and stuff like that. So cool. Who all do we got in here? We got 25 in here. Scooby, what's good?
Introduce yourself a little bit, Mr. Marketing, Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, I think most by now do know me. I go by Mr. Pickles. I am the CMO / CTO of the project and one of the original creators of the idea behind the project, myself and Alex. I will be handling all the marketing as well as kind of some of the bigger back-end stuff. So like the development of the marketplace and development of further utility. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about myself.
Where do you come from?
Yeah.
What's your background?
The United States. Unfortunately, I'd like to leave the United States, but yeah, I live in the United States. Come from a marketing background, more traditional, but I've been in the cryptocurrency space since roughly 2012. I rode through the Mt. Gox hack. I've been up and down on crypto since 2012. And then more specifically, more recently, the BSC within the past year, whatever it is, probably about 12 months, something like that, doing a lot of marketing there. So myself, in terms of marketing, I'm one of the direct plugs for most of the marketing services in this space. So for any project that wants to do like CMC Fast Track, CG Fast Track, CMC Trending, DEX Trending, all that stuff that we're not supposed to talk about.
We're not talking about that, yeah?
Yeah, usually that goes through me. So we have myself and my partner, and then we have a bunch of resellers, and then we have the people that pop in the channels and say, who can I contact for marketing proposals? They work for us as well. So I'm a direct plug to a lot of that marketing, which is going to be really nice for us because then we get to skip some of the steps and we get to pay quite a bit, significantly less than we normally would for marketing for MemeNFT because I have that direct connection. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. We got Tim Spacewalker in here. Tim's heading up. He's doing a lot of marketing with me. He's pretty much my right hand when it comes to marketing in this space. He's also heading up a lot of our strategic outside of crypto and more in the real world space marketing. I'll let him chat about that a little bit. He's working with one of the top 3 media marketing companies in the United States as of right now. He's been off and on calls with them, sometimes, 16 hours a day calling these different companies. So he's got a really good handle on marketing outside of the crypto space, which is going to be really key for us for MemeNFT, because while we are focused on the chart, obviously we want people to make money off the chart. We want it to pump. We want it to do well. The big focus for MemeNFT is going to be the marketplace and the utility, especially once we launch Musely, which is the audio side of it. So a lot of the marketing for that will be different from your traditional token chart marketing, and it'll focus on more real world advertising, on Hulu, Facebook, Google, all that kind of stuff. Tim, do you want to give a quick announcement on that for these guys?
I'm in transit right now, so I've missed probably the last 10 seconds.
You're all good. I was just kind of introducing what you've been doing, what you've been talking about, who you've been talking to. Just kind of give these guys a quick little update.
Oh, sure. So, just like I've said before, and I think you highlighted, I'm working with one of the top media marketing companies in the U.S., which is going to give us a lot of access, to a lot of new and up and coming artists, both on the music side and from the artwork side as well. And also going to give us a lot of exposure, from some of the, the more, again, real world marketing avenues. Where it's strategic, it makes sense, and we can get this project in front of a lot of people, and again, from a targeted style approach. So that's where I'm at thus far, and just continuing to develop out those partnerships. I think we've got about 6 or 7 partnerships lined up so far. So quite an extensive roadmap.
Tim's been grinding behind the scenes on phone calls. I mean, he's got some really cool partnerships potentially lined up. Obviously, we'll announce those to you guys once we have some pen to paper. But yeah, I can't thank Tim enough. He's been working really hard. So hard, though, that he tends to text and call me at like 4 a.m. because he forgets what our time zone difference is. But that's okay. I still love him. And then we're just going to do a quick run through, I guess, since Lev the Gem wanted an introduction. So we'll just do a quick run through of the team. And then I will get into the new launchpad and all that stuff. And we're going to talk a little bit about Pink Sale and some of the shady tactics that they're doing. Prop Dreams. I'm sure you guys have seen Prop around. Prop is kind of the everything guy. He wears pretty much all the hats. I don't even know what title to give him. I think in our core chat, I titled him like Everything King or something like that. He's got his hands in everything. He's helping set up the whitelist. He's helping set up the bots with Shy Investor. He's working on artist content for hunting down and curating NFT artists for the marketplace launch. He handles all the records for like giveaways and shit like that. He's just killing it. So Prop, I don't know if you want to say hi, maybe talk a little bit about yourself real quick.
Hey guys. Yeah, I've been in crypto for a few years now. Worked with Pickles a little bit on a different project, and as well as the dev, and know a lot of the guys that are on the admin team. And I just love working. I love to just be the workhorse, the go-to, someone to get stuff done. So I'm kind of the gopher, and I love doing it. I get a lot of satisfaction out of getting things done. So we're just going to keep that up until we are as good as we can be for this project. So I'm actually not feeling well today. 2 of my kids have COVID, and I think I'm down with it as well. But I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm hoping it's not bad. So I'm not going to be on video because I don't look that great today. So
I think we should change. You know how Jonathan's display name is Fully Voxed? I think you should be Fully Vaxxed and just back that up. Yeah, we won't make you talk much. I'll do most of the talking because I just can't shut up. Scooby's in here. Scooby's one of our best mods. I'd put him up there with our head mod, especially once we launch. I've worked with Scooby on a number of projects, and he's a talented dude. So Scooby, I'm really happy you're here with us.
What's up? I'm here.
Yep. He's like half asleep. And then last one I would introduce Shy, but Shy doesn't talk on VCs.
Don't forget Legend Crypto Belt.
Oh yeah, Crypto Bell. Is he in here right now? Yeah. Oh yeah, Crypto Bell's in here. I love me some Crypto Bell. I've worked with Crypto Bell on a number of projects too, and I love him. You're actually in the process of setting something up with me in the background. I think that should be pretty fun. So, and then we have Steersy, our resident Australian, who's in charge of curating new art right now. So Steersy's been sending emails to NFT artists and artists outside of the NFT space as well. And Steersy's just been doing a great job with that. He's also one of our head moderators, so you see him frequently in the chats. He's from Australia, so his time difference is a little different, if you will. Steersy, if you want to say hi, and then I'll kick this VC off.
Hey there, everyone. Yeah, what do I say? I've been in crypto for a few years now. Yeah, I live in Australia, so my time zone is forward to most. Hence, I'm the future man. Nah, but
yeah, he lives in the future. Yeah. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. We're always planning on doing Pink Sale, as you guys know, to launch the project. We did the full KYC. We did everything. I have the KYC badge still. And then we started figuring out that they've been doing some shady stuff. So I don't know if you know, but recently MetaMask temporarily banned Pink Sale for a number of different reasons. But they recently unbanned them. However, we've had reason to believe that they pretty irresponsibly dump on charts. A lot of these launch pads take tokens as a form of payment. However, a lot of these launch pads know how to be responsible when it comes to selling. So Pink Sale does not. Pink Sale has been very open about not being afraid to dump on charts. In fact, I could share a text message from the owner of Pink Sale talking to someone about not caring that he dumps on the charts. He says, basically, it's my money. Why can't I sell on the charts and dump on the charts? Listen, I'm all for people making money. I'm all for you guys trading and taking profit, but there's a way to do it, especially when you're the owner of a major platform like Pink Sale. There's a way to be responsible and protect investors, big and small. So dumping $66,000 on a chart all at once, dumping upwards of $250,000, which we have seen in the transactions all at once, is not the way to handle it. It is not good for the project as a whole. It is not good for the investors, both big and small. And it's just not a good look in general. And then to respond to people questioning why they do that, and to respond in a very unprofessional way and basically say, I don't care who you are. I don't care that you're an investor. It's my money. I'm going to dump it. That is not the kind of partnership that we want to have here with MemeNFT. We want to work with responsible people. We want to work with respectful people. So for those reasons, we have decided to switch our launchpad, and I'm going to bring up two different options here in just a second, but we've decided to switch our launchpad. We will still do full KYC, either option. As you know, I'm already doxxed. Most of my team is usually on camera with me. They're pretty busy right now, but we're all heavily doxxed, but we're still going to KYC. With the change of the launchpad, this is going to come with a delay of launch. And there's a couple of reasons why we're delaying launch. The launchpad being the first one. The second one being that the market as a whole right now is on a thin layer of ice as terms of volatility goes. So I believe trying to launch tomorrow in this market would ultimately hurt the project and would not have as bullish of a day one launch as we'd like. So our team in technical analysis and our team in the chart room has been looking, and they've looked at a couple different dates around the 28th, end of December, early December. We're looking at a possible bullish sentiment and upward swing of the overall market. So to ensure that we have a successful launch, a bullish launch, one that could do from 600K to 8, 9, 10 million. To do that, we need to do it from the right launchpad, and we need to do it in the right market conditions. So we've come with the date of launching on January 3rd. We will have the pre-sale the day before that, just as normal. And leading up to that, we will be doing a bunch of heavy pre-launch marketing as well to get our numbers up in the Telegram. It has been, historically looking back, Christmas is a terrible time to try to launch anything because a lot of investors are with their family. They're out of town. They're saving money for presents, whatever it may be. So we decided, with all other factors and the holidays, to push the launch to January 3rd and focus more on marketing and building of the channel, if you will. That being said, none of our other timelines are delayed. The marketplace is still projected to come out mid to, let's say January 20th. That'll be the working NFT marketplace, wallet integration, BSC minting, all that stuff. So no other timelines have been delayed. Everything is still working forward. We're just deciding to move the launch a little bit because we think it's going to be the best option for our investors. Now, to talk about the launch pads. There are two launch pads that we're looking at actively. I was looking at possibly teasing the idea of using ShieldPad because they do have a good reputation as a project as a whole. However, they have not launched any projects yet. So trying to rely the success of this project on launching on a platform that has not launched a project yet is a little bit too risky, in my opinion. So the two options we're looking at, obviously DX Sale is one. DX Sale holds tokens as well, just like Pink Sale. However, they do not dump. If they do sell, they sell really responsibly. I'm in multiple projects that launched on DX Sale, and DX Sale is still holding their tokens 4 or 5 months down the road. So pretty respectful launchpad. They have their quirks. It's a little hard to get the white. We have to manually add all the whitelists, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But other than that, they're the second best launchpad, in my opinion. The third option, which I want to give the community, again, I believe in everyone having a say here because you guys are all investors, potential investors, and I want you to have an equal say in this. The other option is DGEM. I don't know if you're familiar with DGEM. They had a really bullish launch, about a month and a half ago, something like that. I think Scooby's aware. But DGEM is a pretty cool project. They have a launch pad. They have a decentralized exchange that they're working on. They work pretty closely with partners like Certic and stuff like that. And I know the team really well. The nice thing about DGEM is DGEM does not take any tokens from the project. They will not hold any native tokens. And they have no access to the liquidity. It's just a pure straight launchpad with a 6% of all funds earned. So basically, if we were to launch and we raised $200,000, they would get $12,000 and they would hold no tokens. So there's no risk of dump there. The catch-22 with DGEM, much like Shield, is that they are also a new launchpad. They have done a couple projects successfully, so we know they can do it. The question is it open enough and well-known enough of a company to open it to our investors to connect their wallets? Me personally, I do not connect my wallet to any site unless it's well vetted and has been around for quite a while. So when I think about launching on something other than DXSale, it makes me concerned that maybe, let's say 20 to 30% of people that would have contributed won't contribute because they're afraid to connect their wallets. So we're leaning pretty heavily towards DXSale, but I'd like to open it up to the floor and see if anyone has any oppositions to DXSale and would rather use DGEM instead. So at this point, we can open it up.
DXSale.
Okay, DXSale. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm Mr. Pickle. So sorry, I
good,
just
all
joined
over.
the chat.
Oh, hold on. Two people are talking at once. Who was chatting first?
Let's go to Moogie.
Okay. Moogie?
So the fact you mentioned that things would, I've witnessed it the previous days often enough, it does make an impact on the launch, definitely, although they are trusted and everything. But DGEM sounds good, or otherwise the Excel. Can't think of anything else.
Yep. We actually recently found out too, and I don't want to go into too much detail about this until we hunt down and find further proof. But we have recently heard from pretty reputable sources that PinkSale also has a backdoor built into the liquidity pool. And I don't know how true this statement is, but apparently there was a project that launched on PinkSale and blacklisted the PinkSale wallet because they knew they would dump, and they went into liquidity and pulled their share out of liquidity. So, you know, who's in the right or the wrong there, and whether it's even true is still to be decided. However, anytime a project that's not part of this team has access to liquidity is not a project that I want to work with. No one should have access to liquidity. Liquidity will be locked. If liquidity is locked, it should mean it's locked. So a third-party service like PinkSale being able to access backdoor via liquidity pool, to me, is way too much risk to allow my investors to contribute into this project on behalf of using PinkSale. So anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, Pickles, have you thought about using TrustPad?
I've looked into TrustPad. Send me some info on why you like TrustPad. I'm open to all suggestions. Again, where the launch is being pushed a little bit, so we have time to decide. The only reason I've been heavily focused on DXSale is just because of the common use of it and how comfortable most people are with it. But I'm very open to looking into TrustPad.
DXSale is pretty decent because they run safe moons as well. But
yeah,
TrustPads, I don't know, for some reason I feel a lot safer using them.
Yeah. And TrustPad too, send me some info on them. I'd like to look into it. Again, DXSale just kind of checks the boxes in the sense that it's been around long enough that people trust it for the most part. And it's relatively easy to use. So we got to keep in mind, like, we want to make sure our pre-sale sells out, and we want to sell it out quick so it's nice and bullish. So we just got to factor all these things in when we're considering a different launch pad.
Yeah, so I'll send you a few details about TrustPad. And
Appreciate it, man. And love having you around here. You've been really active in the community, so I'm happy to have you here. It's nice to talk with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? Okay.
Pickles, should I post?
January 4th.
Say that again?
Go ahead, Scooby.
So Lambo by January 4th then?
Live on January 3rd. We will be launching on January 3rd. January 2nd will be the pre-sale via either DXL, DGEM, or maybe TrustPad. We'll have that set and answered for you tonight who we decide to go with.
Do you want me to post a poll between the two pickles in the main
Yeah.
chat, or do you want to just keep it verbally?
Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll between DXL and DGEM. And I will look at TrustPad third party outside of this. In the meantime, while Prop is doing, only have team KYC, no KYC for investors. Just not VC, but if I recall, if you need to hold their points to be certain tiers to win the spot for pre-sale. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. When is it when we all moon? Oh, there we go. When we all moon. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Again, I'll look into TrustPad. But right now we're heavily looking at DXL and DGEM. So
I'd choose DXCL out of them two.
Say that again.
I would prefer DXCL out of them two. So
yeah,
TrustPad. Yeah, I'd scratch it for now.
Yeah, that's most likely the route that we'll go down, guys. Is DXL. But we want to put the poll out there and let people have a chance to have their say, because to me this project is not owned specifically by the team, the core team, or the mods. It's owned by everyone, because you as investors have just as much say, in my opinion, in this project as anyone else does, because you're taking your hard-earned money and trusting it and investing into this project. So I want to make sure each and every one of you, whether you invest $20, whether you invest $100, whether you invest $40,000, I don't care how much you invest. It's still your hard-earned money, and I believe that each and every one of you deserve a say in this company and the direction that it goes. And that's just my sentiment. Just to shamelessly advertise real quick, while we're doing this poll, in about 35 minutes, we have an AMA with a group called CD Calls. Prop, if you could drop that graphic as well, and then the @CD Calls. This will be the first AMA that channel has ever hosted. The owner of the channel is very bullish on our project. He's going to be an early investor, and he runs a pretty clean, straightforward channel. So we're looking forward to this AMA with him. It's pretty cool. He already, before we even have the AMA, he's already asked the community to set up a bunch of questions. So it's going to be a community-driven question AMA. Typically, I would have Fully Voxed in there with me, as well as Daniel Moncada likes to show his face in the AMAs. But again, they're both in Miami right now, trying to secure some partnerships for MemeNFT, while also working on something on the side. So should be a pretty good AMA. I hope to see you all there. Regardless if you listen or not, I highly recommend that you give this group a follow. Again, I know the dude that owns the group. He's a very smart investor. And he's very good when it comes to chart analysis. So a lot of his calls they've made me some good money. So I definitely recommend giving him a follow and tuning into the AMA, which will be here in about 30 minutes. I want to give a couple more people a chance to ask a question if they have them. If not, we will go ahead and end this VC. And then, like I said, we will have a written up post with a final decision tonight in regards to which launchpad we decide to go with. And I hope everyone is happy with the decision to step away from Pink Sale due to some of the practices that they're doing. I know it's kind of a pain in the ass to delay. I'm sure you guys are all excited to launch, but I think, deep down, I think this is ultimately the best decision for MemeNFT, and it's going to have the most successful launch for the project overall.
Sorry, Mr. Pickle. I just wanted to show my support. I really support your decision to postpone the pre-sale and to change the platform. I mean, it was a bad idea to launch on this bloody market, so postponing the pre-sale is the best for the community.
Yeah, thank you, Yassine. I appreciate you. You've been a great voice here. You've been here since pretty much day one, so I appreciate you saying that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pickle.
Of course, thank you.
We support every decision you make, so we know that you know what's best for the community and for the project.
I try to, at least.
yeah. Thank you so much.
No, our team is putting every bit of thought into every step we make with this project. Because this project, as you guys know, is bigger than just a chart. We're launching multiple utilities. We're launching different branches of the company. We're doing some big things. So every step needs to be the right step. Any misstep could hurt the project. So we make sure to discuss every single move we make for hours and days before we even bring it to you guys to make sure that we're going to have the most successful project we can have. So.
Very professional. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah, Jeet, do not DM me, says Pink Sale is the best. They're the best until they dump $65,000 or $250,000 on your project's chart. I have a feeling you would think differently if you were an investor and our chart was going green and going up, and then all of a sudden Pink Sale sold $200,000 worth of tokens. They have a good.
I've seen it in action as well.
Yeah, I've seen it many times. They have a great launch pad. They have a really good launch pad, and you know the way that they run their utility is done well, but the way that they run their company is not done well. And I don't know about you, but personally, I don't want my investment to suffer because Pink Sale decided to dump $200,000 worth of tokens on the chart.
Fuck no.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, we want a successful chart. Let me just give you guys an example, okay? Just recently, a couple weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, a project named CoinFlect was coming out. CoinFlect was very bullish. They had a pretty awesome utility that they were doing. I knew a bunch of whales, and I'm talking big whales in the space, not $10,000 investors. We're talking $50,000, $100,000 investors, the kind of guys that throw $250,000 at an Ethereum project because they want to have fun. They were all interested in getting in CoinFlect, and CoinFlect did everything right in terms of marketing and all this and all that. And then they launched, and on their first big green candle, their first big price movement, Pink Sale dumped the tokens hardcore on them, and CoinFlect never recovered. It's pretty much dead now. So that's just a number. That's one of a number of projects that this has happened to, and I do not want that to happen to MemeNFT, and I do not want that to happen to you guys as investors. Again, there will be no issue of bots on DX Sale. Someone's mentioning that DX Sale has a lot of bots. First of all, there's bots everywhere. There's bots on Pink Sale. There's bots on DX Sale. There's bots on AVAX plays and forks and everything you want to look at. There's a bot, and there's a way to get around it. However, with DX Sale, we are doing whitelist, and it'll be only whitelist. So the chance of bot there is pretty damn minimum. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking at my computer and no one's actually listening.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah,
and I'm watching you.
Yeah, all my facial expressions. Would you guys trust the project more if I came in like this, like as the dev all the time, and I was like, "Yo, we gonna have a fucking sick project, we."
Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't.
Yeah, we'll put out a poll.
Yeah, exactly.
Should wear it backwards. Yeah, like that.
I'm 19 years old, and I want to launch a $10 billion market cap project. Follow me, give me all your money and your 12-key seed phrase. Yeah, man. Okay, I am going to, unless anyone has any questions, I am going to hop off and prepare for this AMA. I truly hope that you guys come join us over at that AMA. It's dropped in the chat. Scooby dropped it again. Again, it's a great channel. It should be a fun AMA. And then we will continue to grind. We'll continue to market. Let's continue to shill. Let's spread the word. We have a little bit of time from launch now. I want you guys to all enjoy Christmas, enjoy time with your family. This way you're not going to be staring at the chart when you're opening your pair of socks on Christmas. This gives us a little time to not relax, but just kind of refocus and grow our numbers before launch. So if we all work together, man, this is gonna be awesome. I will drop something in the AMA about the patent that we have been talking about for the utility that we're working on. So if you want to hear about that, you have to go to the AMA or listen to the recorded version afterwards. So
you don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to take a little quick break, have a cup of coffee, and then I will be over in CD calls for the AMA.